Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome to the video. I'm so not used to this. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tsunar Cologne, or Tsunar for short. A little bit about me: I'm a nerd. I love music, mostly, and most of all, I love digging into combat systems. I'm also a Twitch streamer, which you can find me on Twitch. The majority of my content is Let's Plays and such, but since there's been an influx of new players popping into Wuthering Waves, I figured it would be cool to kind of dig into the systems and explain how everything works, as I've been getting a lot of questions. I used to be a Genshin Theory crafter, but recently I've dug my fingers into Wuthering Waves. I've been playing since launch. The only reason it's been taking me this long to make a guide is I don't like giving out false or inaccurate information. So I like to know what I'm talking about. Due to the nature of WUA, it took me a bit. There is a lot to Wuthering Waves' combat, but for this video, let's just focus on the basics. The first thing we're going to be looking at for team building are combat rules, Forte gauge, and Concerto gauge. First off, every character has a Forte gauge, which is the meter above their health bar. Each character has a unique ability that is activated by building the bar. How you can activate it is shown beside the bar. Second is the Concerto gauge. By attacking, using ultimates, skills, and performing dodge counters, as well as parries if I'm not mistaken, you can fill the gauge. Once it's full, if you swap to another character, the character originally on the field will perform an outro skill, and the character coming in will perform an intro skill. This is the fundamentals of basic combat. See, each character has a specific outro ability. You can see them if you go to Team and Outro Skills at the top. Elements don't really matter in WUA, at least not by much. The important stuff is the character's role. There are three main roles in WUA: main DPS, sub DPS, and support. You can see the character's role by going to their character page. And at the bottom, you will see combat roles. For example, Rover here has the Concerto Efficiency tag, which makes him an excellent sub-DPS unit. Concerto Efficiency means they can build Concerto gauge much faster than other characters, making them excellent for hitting the field, doing some damage, and swapping off quickly. While Chichia has the main damage dealer tag, which puts her in the primary DPS slot. P.S. Pardon my Chichia, I don't like her, so I never built her. I'm just using her for the tutorial purposes. Forgive me! Supports, such as Baija, have the support and healer tag. You almost always want to have one somewhere on the party, as they will usually initiate your team's combo, weirdly enough. Most teams in the game will follow one support, one Concerto generator, and one main DPS, with some exceptions. The idea here is to use your sub DPS to generate buffs and hand over the buffs to your main DPS so they can max over their damage, then repeat when they're done doing their thing. How do we do that? Well, let's try it out, shall we? First, we enter combat with Baija. We do our 4 basic attacks to build up her Forte gauge, then we press her skill to activate it, healing the party and building up her Concerto. We will also use her ult to further build up Concerto. Once it's full, we will swap to Rover, giving them the healing and the buff from Baija's outro. We then do 4 basic attacks with Rover, skill and ult on cooldown to generate Concerto as quickly as possible, so Baija's attack buff for the party doesn't disappear. Then, when Rover's Concerto gauge is full, we swap to our main DPS, Chichia. Rover doing a slowdown so Chichia can use the skill without much issue. Once Chichia is on the field with both Rover's time slow and Baija's buff, we load as much damage as we can as fast as possible. Once she's done, we repeat the sequence by filling Chichia's Concerto gauge and swapping back to Baija. And that's it. That's the basics of Wuthering Waves combat. It sounds like a lot, but I guarantee with some practice, you'll be performing some really cool combos and synergies. Wuthering Waves has a lot of expression for players to play and uncover things for themselves. which is what I love the most about the game. But that's for another video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like or dislike it if you didn't, and share it around with people you know that might need the help. Also, leave a comment on what I should do next. I'd love to hear from you. Until then, I will see you on the flip side. Bye.